Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Ruth Ochoa. Today we're going to go over a great way to stretch out the pectoral area, the front of the neck, the jaw, and the face. So this is a good one for headaches, neck pain, jaw pain. If you feel like your shoulders are always up by your ears no matter what you do, this is a good one for you. Most of us spend a lot of our time every day with our arms forward. We're typing, we're driving, we're texting. All of these things tend to cause the shoulders to come forward, rotate in and up. And so then you start walking around feeling like your shoulders are up by your ears, and no matter what you do to pull them back down, they just keep coming back. So not to worry, there's something you can do about it. So we want to have our hands on the skin the entire time when we're doing this. We will start by treating our left side. So go ahead and take your right hand, place it under the left collarbone, and make sure your hand is on your skin. So your collarbone's here, we want to be underneath it, not on top of it. Take your left hand, stack it gently on top of the right hand. Good. So you can do this seated or standing, either way works fine. Just figure out what you like better. Make sure that your shoulders are remaining soft the whole time. The tendency can be to kind of overwork the shoulders while we're doing this. That's the opposite of what we want. So just let it all soften, okay? Good job. So now that your hands are here, we're just going to gently press in. So in towards your chest, in towards your heart, okay? And we're just sinking in. So think about when you're getting your myofascial treatment, how they sink into the tissue. That's what we're doing here. So just gently pressing in towards the heart. You probably want to be using about 10% of your total strength here. Remember, we're going to hold this for 3 to 5 minutes. So if you're pressing too hard, your arms are going to fatigue. You're going to be working too hard and really not being as effective as you could be. So just about 10 to 15% of your strength, just enough that you're starting to feel your hands sinking into that tissue. Good job. After about 20 or 30 seconds of gently pressing in, you're going to maintain that inward push, so don't let that go. Keep that same steady pressure. And then gently just traction your hands and the skin underneath it down towards your feet. And the hands aren't moving. You should just feel an increase in pull as you just traction that tissue down towards your feet while still maintaining that gentle inward pressure. Almost like you're anchoring the tissue down. Good. And then from here, we're just going to turn our head towards our right shoulder, and then slowly look up towards the ceiling. You can either give it a try to see what it feels like to tilt your left ear up towards the ceiling, and that will usually create some nice pull. Good. So you will probably be feeling it somewhere in the front of your neck. Depending on what's going on that day, you might be feeling quite a bit of it in your jaw. Some people might be feeling it a lot in their collarbone area, or underneath your hands in your pectoral area. All of that is good. Don't worry about where you're feeling it. Just feel it. So we're still gently compressing the tissue in. Gentle, steady pressure. Eyes should be closed at this point. I'm just going to grab my timer here. Go ahead and start your timer if you haven't already. And we've got it going for 5 minutes. So gentle inward pressure. Traction down, look away, tilt that ear up towards the ceiling, and you should be feeling a nice stretch. So check in with your shoulders. Are they rising up? If they are rising up towards your ears, go ahead and think about letting them soften. Make sure you're not pressing too hard. Take some deep breaths. Let your eyes be closed, soft and relaxed. Feel how good that feels. Good. And as your tissue starts to lengthen and release, you'll notice that your head might move a little further away from your left shoulder. That's good. Find the movement that feels right for you. Remember, all of our bodies are different, so each of us is very unique in our needs and what our fascia needs in order to heal itself. So you really want to start to learn to listen to what your body's telling you. That's the best guide there can be for pain relief. So as you're feeling that stretching sensation increase, don't push past it. Just wait there. Wait until you feel a softening. Check in with your mid and low back. Make sure that they're feeling supported. If you're sitting down, make sure that you're keeping your spine in a nice posture. Let the chair you're sitting on support you. If you're standing, feel your feet on the ground beneath you. And breathe. And so every time your tissue releases, it might feel like a lengthening, a softening, or almost a melting. And so once you feel that lengthening, you're just gonna go a little bit further into the stretch. So it might mean that you traction down just a little bit more, or more likely that you turn your head a little bit or experiment with your head position. And you can experiment, just be gentle. Your hands on your pectoral area, they really aren't moving, so they might be sliding just a bit, but we want to try to avoid sliding. Remember, this hand's job is mainly to anchor the tissue. As gravity kicks in, the hand will go down towards your feet a little bit, but it shouldn't really be moving over the skin. Good. Notice what you're feeling. Notice where you're really feeling it. Might be feeling it even in your throat. That's good. We tend to hold a lot of stress and emotions in our jaw and our neck and our throat. So let this be just a moment where you can let that stuff go. Good job. And remember, we shouldn't be feeling any pain. So if you're feeling pain, start off by making sure you're not working too hard. If you're forcing, pushing, that's going to feel like you're working too hard. And as John Barnes tells us, if we feel like we're working too hard, we probably are. So just ease up a little bit, see what happens. You're doing a great job. Good. So for some people, tilting the ear towards the ceiling is going to feel great that day. And then some people might prefer to just turn their head, just be really gentle. Gentle, gentle. Good. Keep checking in with your posture. Notice what you're feeling. Notice all the heat you're feeling in your body. Signs of life, those are good things. You're doing great. And remember, we can always add a little bit of movement into micro movements, really. Just sort of like you're experimenting. Where does it feel the best? Which way does it feel best to go? So they're not big movements, and we're maintaining the stretch position that we're already in. So we're not abandoning what we started with. That's very important. So keep staying there. You're doing a great job. Keep breathing. Make sure your neck is feeling okay. There shouldn't be any pain. And allow yourself to experiment. You can trust what you're feeling. Keep breathing. Good. So notice what's going on in the back of your body. There's our timer. So start off by slowly, slowly, slowly easing your pressure, and slowly, slowly, slowly bringing your head back to center. Good job. So for the opposite side, same thing. We're always going to use the opposite hand on the opposite side of the body. Just makes it a little easier. So your hand will go underneath the collarbone there. You'll put your right hand on top of it. Press in towards your heart first, in towards the center of your body. Maintain that inward push for about 20 to 30 seconds, gently, gently. And then we'll turn and look up and away. So it'll look like this on this side. And make sure you set your timer for that side too. And then for the middle of the body, if you don't have time to do either side, or you're wanting to get more into kind of the area underneath the jaw and the front of the neck, you'll just come right to the middle. Just put whichever hand feels best on the skin. Put your other hand on top of it. Check those shoulders. And then press again in towards the chest, in towards the heart. Sink in for about 20 to 30 seconds. and then maintain that inward hold, traction the tissue down gently, and then slowly, really slowly start to look up towards the ceiling. You might already be feeling some sensations in the front of the neck, some pulling, stretching. That's very good. So just take your time. Eventually you'll get the head looking up towards the ceiling, and you'll be feeling a lot of nice pull in the front of the neck. Be very mindful of how the back of your neck is feeling while you're doing this. We don't want to go back too far. That's not going to feel good. So less is more, as always. Make sure you're holding it for that 3 to 5 minutes also, and of course come out of it slowly. So give that one a try. You can do it sitting at your desk, just relaxing on the couch. There's no time of day that it isn't a good time to stretch the front of the body a little bit. So enjoy your day. You did a great job, and I'll see you soon.